Hey guys, Andrew McFarlane here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you guys are feeling happy, healthy, and inspired to launch your juice bar businesses. Today we're talking about why some juice bars are seeing record sales during this pandemic and what my take is on all of this. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't know who I am and you don't know what we do for over the last 10 years, myself and my company has had the pleasure of supporting people like you all over the world launch and scale successful juice bar concepts, acai bowl concepts, smoothie cafes, and the like. So all the information that you're getting on this channel is actually coming from experience. If you guys have been watching the content, now is an invitation to press a like button. That's going to expose this content to more people all over the world so we can together and collectively make the world healthier by empowering one another with information. So diving into today's topic of conversation. The inspiration for this video was actually driven by a conversation that I had with a previous client, which we recorded an entire podcast. It's actually on this channel as well. The podcast was with Marla Gluck, and she is the owner and founder of LA Press Juice Bar in LA. And we were talking about how things were going in her business because obviously we all know it's a unique time in the world. And she mentioned to me that she's having record sales. So she's been in business for 3.5 years, meaning she had 2 plus 2.5, 3 years, no pandemic. And now in the last month, she's seen more sales at this time during the year than she's seen ever in her business. Now, what does this tell me? It tells me a lot of things, actually. And we dove pretty deeply into that conversation, which I recommend you guys check out. But to give you a distilled understanding of what my feeling is why this is happening, it is because of a few things. One, I feel like we are all aware that the industry was growing in a certain direction, right? People have become more open to and inspired by holistic, whole plant food methods of supporting their health, right? And also using these dietary shifts, which includes juices and smoothies, to overcome chronic illnesses that are oftentimes diet related and lifestyle related. And so we already know that there was momentum going in that direction. But on top of that, we know this whole pandemic is about health. It's about immunity. And people are waking up to the fact that if they're going to maintain health, they need to do that on a regular basis. And that doesn't mean taking synthetic medicines. It means actually incorporating more fresh foods, wellness shots, juices, smoothies into your diet on a daily basis. So something that Marla pointed out to me that I thought was interesting is she said that her wellness shots in particular, she can't keep them in her inventory. There are so many people buying them that she can't make enough of them. So that tells me that people are taking wellness shots more than they have been in the past for their immunity. The other thing that she mentioned that was interesting is that her target customer, right? So the archetype of the individual, which we all know, or maybe you don't know, but generally is a woman between the ages of 25 and 45. This is sort of the target demographic in the world of juices. So she's saying this normal / target customer avatar is not the only people that I'm seeing now. There are people outside of the spectrum that are starting to walk into my business. So this to me says that people who, in every market, you have different categories of people. You have people who might be early adopters, people who are like your main target customer, which is, kind of the mass populace. And then you have people who might be on the fringe and the fence. That is usually the majority of people. And what it seems like from what she was saying is that a larger number of these people who may have not been so open and inspired by juices and smoothies and wellness shots and holistic health and healing are starting to come to the juice bar. And so I'm sure she's one of many instances. And to be honest, I haven't spoken to so many juice bar owners right now. I do know that depending on the state that they're in, they have had more or less restrictions on how they can run their business and if customers can enter into the social distancing and all of this. And so there are other environmental factors. But the thing that I felt I wanted to point out is that the industry and humanity, first off, people aren't going to stop eating, right? But secondly, if we watch the evolution of individuals getting more health conscious, the juice bar is the place that they go, right, on a daily basis to maintain their health and to improve their health. And so, to me, as great as it is, and somewhat of a surprise to hear that, a business that's been around for 3.5 years is seeing the best sales numbers that they've seen during a pandemic. At the same time, it also doesn't totally surprise me because I know that this is a pandemic that is centered around health, and people are really looking to for ways to build their immunity and maintain their health, which I really feel like these habits that people build now are going to persist in perpetuity for the majority of people, because we know that immunity is not something that you're going to just build in the 9th hour when something hits your town, your community, your country. This is something that you need to build as a habit on a day-to-day basis throughout your entire life. And I do know that humanity is waking up to this, thankfully. So all of you out there and all of us here are part of ushering in this new wave of experience, supporting people with their health. And so if you've been in a place where you are just curious of how resilient are juice bars in pandemics, and how if you are thinking about opening up now but you're not really sure what the future is, definitely you want to consider your specific environment, and there are precautions that you need to take. But do know that in a lot of places the demand is there, and if you can be smart about having delivery, having pickup orders, following the protocols, and these are things that we're helping our clients with as well, is what are the new things that you can implement into your business to make sure that your customers are aware of the safety precautions that you're taking, as well as your staff actually maintaining that safety, whether it's wearing masks, gloves, what your policies and procedures are if people show up with a temperature, everything. So now is as strange as it might seem for some people, now is actually a great time to look into launching your business because one, like I mentioned as a base premise of this video, the demand is there, but two, landlords are going to be a little bit more flexible because not all businesses are able to weather the storm of this time. I know that a lot of yoga studios are suffering, a lot of gyms are suffering because they don't have the ability to just go online, which they can, but that's a big transition for them, and it may not cover their overhead. Whereas, like I said before, juice and food businesses are considered essential businesses in most places. And so if you can understand that we can't tell the future, and you have to assess what your state and your city and your kind of county regulations are, and if that allows you to actually launch a business and stay open now. But if you are in a situation where that does, and you're not in a state where there's so much restriction that people can't walk into your space and only need to order online, then know that there is demand. So I wanted to share this video. Hope it's been insightful for you guys who might have been curious as to what things look like in the climate of the juice bar industry and the demand for juices and smoothies at a time like this. People are seeing record sales, which is amazing. And I hope you guys, feel a little bit more inspiration to keep continuing with your vision and your mission to launch a juice bar business. So until next time, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed, you definitely want to subscribe. Button below. Also push the notification bell, which is going to alert you anytime we release new content. Secondly, if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to say that you like the content, I always love hearing from you guys. It warms my heart when people, share that they've been appreciating the content, because we love making it for you, and that just reinforces our inspiration to do it. So put that in the comment box below as well. If you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at StartAJuiceBar. We also have a podcast, as you probably know, because I mentioned it earlier, on Spotify and on iTunes at the Juice Bar Experts Podcast. And then lastly, if you guys need support, we have a full-scale development agency. We can help you with whatever you need from wherever you are now to wherever you want to go. You can email me personally at andrew@StartAJuiceBar.com. Would be happy to have a conversation with you. But until then, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy. We're here together to create a world where there are more healthy food service concepts than unhealthy food service businesses. And together we can do that. See you guys soon. I hope you guys have been enjoying all of the content. If you're in a place where you are really inspired to start your juice business, but you're not exactly sure what the next steps are, for you, we've created a free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Business from Scratch. This is going to give you an overview of everything that you need to do, from just having a concept all the way to launching your business. Beyond that, if you're inspired to go even deeper, we've created an online course, the Juice Bar Master Blueprint, that is going to go into great detail into every single area of launching a successful juice business. There's links for both of these in the description below. I know you'll find a lot of value out of them. As always, wishing you guys a lot of success, and I'll see you at the next video.